It should load up and start. There it is. Okay, so this is my actual project. So this is just something I wanted to make real quick, because like my goal for this jam was to make something that runs on my Steam Deck. Trying to play while also keeping the the actual screen in frame. So okay, so I just died. Game over. So I'm gonna this start, what I still call the start button restarts, and what I still call the select button will quit out of the game. So I'm gonna restart here. So I designed this game. I wanted to, the themes were boss fight and dreams and nightmares. So obviously you can see the big boss enemy up at the top of the screen, the two controllable player characters at the bottom, and I wanted to the dreams and nightmares is just the splitting of the play field, and then the different colorization. Like if I had actually done any art for this, I may have done some like palette swapped characters, and then maybe some sort of like, I don't know, angel demon up here or something like that, for the boss. So it's like one entity but split in half. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to make a game that is following the themes and playable on my Steam Deck. And my original thought was to make it like split player, so like one player has their left hand, like two players can play, one player using their left hand on the left analog stick, and sorry, I'm trying to keep the sticks in frame too, and the other player using the right analog stick. And you technically could play that way, but you can also just play single player, just splitting your attention across both. That is also like that, and the design is why I just called the prototype Splitdeck. And yeah, the goal is for the players to reduce both halves of the boss health down to 0. You can see the bars up top. So on screen things that you're seeing the player characters. You're seeing the player characters have basically gun arms that fire bullets. When the players move left or right, let me restart. When the players move left or right, the guns tilt to encourage, like the purpose of that is the players need to stop to actually, the guns auto aim back towards the boss, and the players need to stop movement to actually aim their shot properly, for the gun to auto aim properly. But there's a lot of stuff firing at them, so they're also trying to avoid getting hit. So it's a constant movement and stopping and then moving again. So the player bullets fire on an auto timer. You can see the timer appears above each player's head. There's a slight randomization there just to make sure the guns aren't always firing at the same rate and time, just to make it, you have to pay a little more attention. So the sides of the players, you see their hit points represented as just red pips. Each player has 5 hit points. The player bullets shoot straight towards the boss, or straight where the gun arm is facing. So the player bullets can shoot to the sides but do not cross the divide. And if they hit the other outside wall, like this one's going to do, it also just goes away. So that's how the player bullets work. The boss has three different styles of attack. You can see the boss has 2 gun arms swinging back and forth. The gun arms do cross over the divide, and they just shoot at randomized intervals as well. This way, where the bullets are going is not predictable. The bullets that the players shoot when they do successfully hit the boss, they do damage, they reduce the boss hit points, but they also then get absorbed by the boss, pulled back, and then fired to the other player, the other character. And as a bit more of a dangerous projectile, I guess. So the spinning means that like it's just a little bit easier for the player to be hit by it. If they're just narrowly avoiding it, they might be hit. And then the boss also has like a standstill prevention mechanic, because I wanted to avoid cheesing the boss, like by standing here, firing, moving out of the way, kind of coming back. I mean, not that I wanted to show that, but you can still kind of do that. But at least it's a little bit more of a try to put pressure on the player. If they stand still, the eyes, you can see the boss eyes closing. That's a timer. If the eye closes, basically it's if the player stands still for a full second, the eyes will fire a direct shot, a much faster bullet at that standing player. The player characters can move left and right with a little bit of a tilt on the movement. Can jump, and all the controls is only all the input is by the analog sticks. No other buttons except for restarting and quitting the game. So the players can jump. They can tilt while jumping, move while jumping, and the players can also duck or contract. And they can do that while jumping and moving. So everything can kind of just keep in motion. I wanted the actual control, the movement, since that's all that's happening, to feel good, feel a bit snappy and responsive, especially for avoiding the shots. And I think I did a good job with that. And yeah, if either player loses all 5 hits, the game is over, as considered a loss. There's not much interface or text except for just when the game ends, just telling you which button to hit to restart or quit. But yeah, if the players disappear, you know the player's lost, because that happens. Actually, killing the boss takes a bit longer, so I probably won't. But I believe I have it set right now that each side needs to be hit by 50 bullets. I believe it's 50 bullets. So it takes a couple minutes to actually get that when one player side does defeat, does the deplenish its health bar, and I might lose because of trying to do this and record, but if one player's sidebar is depleted, the player doesn't just relax. They have to keep surviving, and while the other player finishes their side. So let's see if I can actually do this with the minimal amount of health I have left on each player. Oh, okay. There is no sound in the game at this time. And those of you who are observant and who were part of or watched, the showcase for July's Summer Slow Jam, will notice that I decided to bring back my color shifting effect that I used on the dice in July's game. I do like that. I like that whole constant color shifting effect. Okay, well, I'm having difficulty at my own game, so go ahead and download it. You can play this on your Steam Deck if you have a Steam Deck. Let me know if you do, how you found it to feel on the deck, and if you think this is something this is a prototype I should continue to invest any time and effort into developing further, into maybe some sort of actual game. I don't know. I mean, I like it. It's a fun little toy. I'm glad that I got something on my deck. There is also, it is a Windows build, so you can just download it to your PC and play it. It does require a controller, so any X input or D input, whatever controller should work. Same process, same controls and everything. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, PIGSquad.